Hey everyone, it's Debbie Kimball and we are going to make some stromboli. So a couple of things you're going to need for this. Number one, you're going to need a big piece of tin foil, probably like 18 inches wide by maybe 12 inches deep. And we're going to spray a little nonstick on your foil, okay? And we're going to set that aside. Next, you're going to take a brick of cream cheese and one of the packets from the Supreme Pizza. You're going to mix it together to make a cheese ball. Now, here's the thing. I always put it in the microwave for about like 45 seconds to soften it because I'm going to be spreading this on the dough and I want it to be really easy to spread. So go ahead, take your Supreme Pizza cheese ball mix and the brick of cream cheese. Mix it up, soften your cream cheese if you want, and you're gonna have a nice consistency, all right? You're also gonna wanna decide what you wanna put in your stromboli. For Frank and I, we are putting pepperoni. We are putting assorted peppers and mushrooms. I even have some of my reset burger. It's ground pork and ground chicken, turkey breast. I sauteed that up with some peppers, so we're going to put that in as well. And then mozzarella cheese. You're going to want to have about 4 cups of mozzarella cheese. So got that at our fingertips. And then when we close up the stromboli, I like to brush it in some melted butter and sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it. So let's get busy. So we're going to open our pizza crust. And again, if you're a family of 1, you can cut this in half and make 2 baby bolies. I learned that from my friend Yvonne. Or you can choose to just make 1 big stromboli. So we're going to spread this out both directions on your tin foil that you've sprayed with some nonstick. All right, so we're gonna spread this out pretty far. All right, you see that? Then we're going to take our softened Supreme Pizza cheese ball and we are going to spread it all over this. We're gonna just kind of frost it. But here's the deal. I never take it all the way to the edge because when we fold this, we want to pinch a nice seal and we don't want to have cheese ball oozing out. So take it to within about 1 inch of the edge of your pizza crust. So hope you guys can see this okay. Okay, there we go. So you have your Supreme Pizza cheese ball already on here. So on this rectangle, we're gonna work on the lower half of it. And here's where you're gonna decide what all do you wanna put. Well, like I said, Frank and I are having some pepperonis. We're gonna have some peppers, some mushrooms. We're just going to have quite a few different things. And then this is meat lovers, stromboli. So I have some of the meat and peppers and mushrooms from my freezer meal prep that I do for breakfast. So I got some of this out of the freezer and we're going to go ahead and put some meat lovers on here like so. But if you don't want to do meat or pepperoni, you don't have to. Then we're going to take some peppers and mushrooms. Put these on here. This is something that we like. So load it up with whatever vegetables you guys like. Now I have enough here because I'm making a second one and putting it in the freezer so that when we have flatbread Fridays, we can just grab it out of the freezer. So now you're gonna put all your cheese on. And you're probably thinking, oh my God, Debbie, that's like a ton of cheese. It's too much. No, because cheese melts and it gets really flat and it will not be this high, your Stromboli. Okay, all right. So you've got your mountain of cheese on. And again, try not to take it to the edges, okay? Now here's the fun part, which is why you put nonstick on your foil. You're going to lift up the back half of your crust and you are gonna pull it over to the front. All right, you with me so far? Then, after we have it all pulled over, we're gonna go ahead and fold the seams together. I just kind of roll it like so that when it bakes, all your goodies don't fly out. So I've pinched them, rolled them, pinched them again, and okay, kind of reminds you like if you'd make homemade pie crust. All right, and then we'll do this half over here. We're just gonna pinch it shut and roll it up like so. All right, do you see that? I don't want to lift it up, but all right. I also I forgot my fork, and I'm just gonna poke 3 little holes for ventilation when it bakes. I'm gonna take my butter, my melted butter, and just sort of brush the top like so. And then I am going to sprinkle some of my Parmesan cheese right on it. Now we've talked about time and time again in the freezer, air is the enemy. So you're going to wrap this in foil really tight. And then I usually stick it in like one of the 2-gallon bags so that it's double sealed from air in the freezer. When I'm ready to bake this, I'm going to take it out Friday morning, because we do flatbread Fridays, and thaw it in the refrigerator. And then when I get home, I'm going to pop it in the oven, and the instructions are right on your recipe sheet, and let it bake. And at the end, I'm going to open the foil and let it brown the crust. And you know, you could put ham, you could put pepperonis, mushrooms, peppers, the zucchini, whatever you want to put in your Stromboli, the kitchen sink, everything goes in a Stromboli. The key is to make your cheese ball and have it on the base. And then on the bottom half, add all your, if you're doing meat lovers or you're doing a veggie Stromboli or whatever you're doing, and then mounds of cheese. Seal it shut, pinch all the seams, voila, it's done. All right, enjoy.